Yes. It's steel.
But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Keeping it real.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven and this is Steel Keeping It Real. So you know what today is. That's right, it is BTS Saturday! And because it is BTS Saturday, what I like to do is go back to where it all began and work their albums and their songs in chronological order. If a new song happens to come out, then I'll do that song, and then I'll go right back to where I left off in the list. Now, we are finally on the album That's right, we are on the B album. Now, the B album came out late 2020, November of 2020. So you have to think about this is when people are on lockdown, seriously, from COVID. It's like the first year we're on lockdown from COVID. So with the first song that I did, which was
12 seconds later.
Life Goes On. Why didn't I know that? I should have known that. It was Life Goes On. I'll cut all that out. So we did kind of figure out that this is a song for people who are just realizing that life does go on after COVID. You just got to hang in there. You know, we don't know when the end is in sight, but just hang on in there, and everything will be fine. Now we're on Fly to My Room, and then it says how to travel around my room. Now I have a lyrics video. That's what I'm going to do. I think there's going to be a trend with this album because we're all on lockdown. And I even think the album after that, the ones with Permission to Dance and things like that, those were kind of during COVID as well, because that's the whole reason of Permission to Dance. We don't need no permission to dance. You can dance, but you gotta wear your mask and everything else like that. That kind of, But I don't know if this is gonna be a poppy song like the other one, or is it gonna be a ballad? I just don't know. But this album is seeming like it's very well produced. I did like the production value on Life Goes On. So, so far so good. So, if you like videos like this and others on the channel, please don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button, because I'm doing at least 15 videos each and every week. So, without any further ado, here comes Fly to My Room.
And here we go.
떠나볼까, let me fly to my 시선이 낮추고 어디든 맞춤 지금 나와 let me fly to my get me out of my place and now I'm feeling brand new every day 답답해 미치겠어 feel like it's the day one 누가 저 시계 좀 돌려줘 오래돼 뺏겼어 아직 난 침대서 거북해 속에 It's killing me slowly now Anyway 떠나고파 anyway 뭐 방법이 없어 이 방이 내 전부 그만 뭐였길 내 세상으로 바꿔보지 뭐 yeah. 떠나볼까 let me fly to my 시선이 낮추고 어디든 맞춤 지금 나와 let me fly to my get me out of my place and now I'm feeling brand new everywhere 여긴가 이랬나 싶어 갑자기 낯선 이 풍경 괜히 추억에 잠겨 오래된 책상도 떨어진 햇빛도 가벼운 몸이 날아가 멀리 This thing's so sorry yeah. 떠나볼게 let me fly tonight 시선을 낮추고 어디든 맡겨 지금 나와 let me fly tonight Get me out of my bliss and now I'm feeling brand new
이 방은 너무 작지 그래 나의 꿈을 담기에 침대 그 위로 착지 여기가 제일 안전해 어떤 기쁨도 슬픔도 어떤 감정도 여긴 그저 받아주네 때론 이 방이 감정이 쓰레기통이 돼도 날 안아주네 또 나를 반겨주네 사람들 같은 내 방터 위도 마치 시내를 나온 듯이 복잡한 TV 소리는 생각은 생각이 바꾸면 돼 여기 나만 즐길 수 있는 트래플 나 음식은 트리스톤 나 근적으로 채워봐
떠나볼게 let me fly tonight 시선을 낮추고 어디든 맡겨 지금 나와 let me fly tonight Get me out of my bliss and now I'm feeling brand new 떠나볼게 let me fly tonight 시선을 낮추고 어디든 맡겨 지금 나와 let me fly tonight Get me out of my bliss and now I'm feeling brand new 떠나볼게 let me fly tonight 시선을 낮추고 어디든 맡겨 지금 나와 let me fly tonight Get me out of my bliss and now I'm feeling brand new
Man, man, that was my theme song for this whole COVID situation because, like I said on the earlier video, I live alone. So I didn't have anybody come over to visit me. Everybody that I saw was either through my work and Zoom, which they mentioned Zoom a couple of times in this, so either they were talking about zooming off to somewhere else in their mind, or the only, Zoom as far as the, networking videos that a lot of people had to do throughout their work. But, there's a lot of, I kind of relate a lot to this song. It's like, even though, your room at one point might get messy, it comforts you because, it's your room. And only to get out of certain phases of that, the blues that, other people as well as myself were in during this time frame, you had to escape. That's why you had, people never watch so much, Netflix or Hulu or, Amazon Prime or Disney Plus. I mean, Disney Plus probably cashed in by having all those Marvel movies being released, and then just like maybe a month or two after release at the theater, they just released them on the platform, or they just released them on the platform. Which, yeah, I kept my Disney Plus subscription this whole time. But man, that was relatable. But again, the song sounds very well produced. And I'm wondering, a lot of times when it comes to electronics, you could do the voices. That's another thing that's been devised. Like, you could do all the sound and everything else, like from your home, send it electronically, or digitally through to somebody who's a editor, an engineer, whatever, to put everything together, and it sounds beautifully produced. And that's what this is. But yes, I wholeheartedly, do this. I was in such a funk a lot of this because, even at the time, I would only see my family unless it was like an emergency. And I had a couple of emergencies. I believe like right around the first time that this COVID started, I had problems with my car where my battery kept draining, and it was because that I didn't know that the cord that goes to your battery, that goes to your car, has its own. There's a battery fuse, and the battery fuse kept being blown, or it was blown. So every time I took the battery back to like an AutoZone to get it recharged, I would have enough charge to get back home, and then it would go dead. And I actually, the first time it happened, I got stuck in the middle of a Popeye's chicken drive-thru. Can you believe that? Yeah, it was so embarrassing. My sister-in-law and my nephews had to come get me, and yeah. Whew. I don't miss the lockdown at all, although I've gotten kind of used to it, only because I think now, being like this for over 2 years, I think I'm a little bit agoraphobic. For those of you that don't know, that's like fear of going outside. It's like I almost dread going outside. And the only reason now I go outside is to go get groceries, go get food, put gas in my car to make sure that, when I have to do something, I have gas in my car. I'm having doctor's appointments over Zoom or whatever kind of platform that they're using that's secure for them. And thankfully, I have my own blood pressure cup, and I can test my blood pressure, and then that also does my pulse, and there's and I have a scale in my bathroom. So a lot of these things I can just do by myself, which what they do within the doctor's office. They weigh you, they take your blood pressure, they take your pulse ox. I can't do the ox part, but I can do my pulse, I can do my blood sugar, I can do all those things from the comfort of my home. And I think this is going to be a way for a while. This will save, people missing more appointments if they just turn on their phone and like, hey, how you doing? How are you doing? Or on their computer or whatever platform that they use. And, I also did a lot of, they mentioned like 3-star, delivery or food. I did a lot of food ordering this whole time frame, and I think I was gaining weight. I think I'm starting to gain weight again, but that's a whole nother reason. But yeah, ordering food and things like that, and realizing that you're not getting as much for your money as you used to, because like I go to Kroger's and shop, but when you're using Instacart, you don't get the discounted prices that you might see in the store, where it says buy 5 get 1 off or whatever. You don't get to use coupons when you're using Instacart, so you might spend $34 worth of food, which is like a minimum in order to get free delivery. But then by the time you get home, it's like, man, this normally this amount of food could last me a whole week, and now it's only lasts me a couple of days. And so, but you still have to use it because you're such in a funk that you don't get out of bed. But had I known this song before, I might have realized that there are a lot of people out there that are just like me, and BTS understands how I feel. So, So if you're still here, I thank you very much for staying tuned. I really do appreciate it. First and foremost, I want you guys to like the videos as much as I like making them for you. After that, all you need to do to help me out with my channel is to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Peace.